light and dark, good and bad, beautiful and ugly. So many phrases and words that we have for things that take place in life. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a perspective shift if you have not considered this before. Something I find absolutely fascinating learning in art, that again, you can't separate from the science that it is. The intuition that you use, your five senses tapped into, tuned into, extended and expanded, still get to support the science that is, right? Like, that's the fun of the game we came to play, is seeing, this is a Libra you're talking to here, right? Sun sign anyway, and Mercury sign. I just see this dance we're constantly playing. And with light and dark, again, I'm going to take it back to art and science that are still two sides of the same coin. Anyway, light is the emission of all the colors, and dark is the absorption of all the colors. So for example, in art, when you are painting, we see it all because we're using all these colors to create, right? And it's emitting light. And then when we're creating a shadow, or the black, the darkness, we are in the absorption of the light. And so when we paint, we'll choose colors that are there. For example, if there's yellow there, I'm going to go to the opposite side of the color wheel and choose those colors, which, you know, I'm thinking of violet and ultraviolet and purple and like magenta. You can take any of those colors, blend them and mix them, and use them to create the shadow. So take note, I took the colors of light and I blended them to create a shadow, the darkness. They're all still a part of us, right? You can't take the light away from us, right? Let's say the light comes through, I'm a prism, I am a crystal, I'm a clear quartz, and that light passes through me, and then you see this display of colors, right? So it's fascinating to observe this. And then when it's all dark, it's just the absorption of the light. So another example is as a solid state of matter, we are the absorption of light. That's how you can see me. I'm all the colors there for you to see, but you won't see me or any other physical thing without there being the absorption of it to become the state of solid matter. So the emission of it is that light, and the absorption of it is the dark or the solid matter. So super cool, fun information to remember, to practice the allowing, the being neutral, which to read energy is extremely important, to learn to be the observer and be in a neutral state of being, so that you are not bringing your critical judge, but rather more of your compassionate judge to the table, because by God, you will be a judge, because you're an artist. We are natural artists. We are creators, creators of thought, creators of things, creators of ideas, right? You are constantly creating. That's a part of who you be. And with that in mind, learning to bring more of the compassionate judge to the table, that happens in being the observer. It happens in learning to not expect something of an outcome, and learning not to judge something critically, because then you're now interfering with reading of energy, because now you're bringing your assumptions in. Can you be neutral? You will read energies more clearly and give people more accurate information, rather than bringing in your sentiment to all of it. Having said that, perhaps you're doing an energy reading and you can make it very clear when you are bringing in your own thoughts, experiences, assumptions, etc. That therein is your freedom to express and not be depressed, the opposite of expression. So super important to consider when energy reading. I love making these observations because it really supports people. People talk about, right, these psychics and these mediums and these, oh my God, I'm like witches, and I don't know, I can't even think of all the words that people use, right, to talk about these people that do these different things. And if we can bring the science, the art, the alchemy to it, the magic to it, and actually explain it, we're golden. And this is what I love to do in Authentic Lourdes. I love creating these spaces where we demystify the mysteries. Demystify the mystery school. Like, that's the shit I love to do. So if that's something you're into and you really want to connect to, I am thrilled to support you in that journey. And you can see all that info online in the link below. And I also want to share with you that if you're interested, one thing that I do is support you in reading tarot cards. Again, it's still reading energy, right? The archetypes, the symbolisms, your intuition, your five senses tapped into and tuned into. This helps support you to read energies and be able to support people in a really beautiful way. And another thing is this beautiful program I have, Intimacy. And this is where you learn more about your blueprint, more about your astrology, your human design, your gene keys, and how you can actually really apply this to your everyday life and have it really create beautiful alignment for you and open up the best opportunities, the best doors for you to not miss out on what's going on, that really creates this awesome path for you to be on. So again, if you're interested, you know where to find the info. I'm so honored and so excited to share this with you. And there's testimonials on there. You can find more information. You could also go to Google and check out reviews. Go look for Authentic Lourdes. And yeah, I'm really getting super thrilled and excited about watching people create alignment for their lives and become the human truth detector more and more, and feel like so much ultimate peace in life because they're enjoying the journey. The whole reason why we came here is to enjoy. And yes, it's going to be uncomfortable, and yes, it's going to suck, and yes, it's going to be wild and crazy, and all sorts of things are going to happen. And can you still come to center, peace, and joy, and like thriving, because you've brought your nervous system and your body and your emotional state of being to this really beautiful, juicy, delicious place of like more of that slight counterbalance rather than the like boom, 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 boom tipping of the scales. So join me. And I am very honored to connect with you. And leave in the comments, drop in the comments what really super resonated for you in this. About light and dark. So, ciao for now.